Thank you for joining. Thank you, Dominique, for joining. Hey, Elmiene, thank you for joining. Abdallah, I'll be with you in 1 second. Just waiting for people to join. Hey, Gorilla. Hey, Night Dreamer. Just giving you a little taste of what you're about to deal with tonight. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Gorilla. So I am Newbie, and this is Newbie the Ear Hustler. Tonight, we have got a super guest, and I'm gonna bring him in like 2 minutes. But I wanted to say something beforehand. As some of you know, well, everybody in the U.S. knows that Louisiana is struggling right now. So if you can do anything, donate clothes, money, please do. There is the Red Cross, American Red Cross, and several others that I posted up yesterday, and I will repost them again after today's interview. So I just wanted to put that out there because we need to be thinking about other people as well. So in any event, I am going to bring in our guest. His name is Abdala, and he also goes by Elmiene, and I'm going to have him talk and speak to that. But I want to get this started because we want to fit everything in. So bear with me 1 second. Alrighty, I just sent the request and we are on our way. Thank you for joining. Hey,
yo.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy to see your face.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Yes, how's the weather out there?
I mean, it's pretty dark right now, but I mean, if anyone knows the UK, it's dark and dark. There's nothing else. That's the combo.
Right. Yeah, we kind of
Yeah.
here today, and it's kind of dreary. Good sleep day. But
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just going to reset the room, and I'm going to introduce everybody again. I'm Newbie, and this is the Newbie Ear Hustler interview with Abdala Elmiene.
Yeah, that's it. There it is.
Out of Oxford, and Oxford meaning Oxford in the UK.
Yep.
He is joining us. One of his first interviews, I believe, correct?
The first one.
Yes. So I'm excited.
There it is.
That. You have been going viral, and I have to say that I found out about you from Questlove. I follow him on Instagram, and the first thing I said was, "Oh shit, I got to get this guy on here and get an interview." so
yeah,
I'm so glad that you were able to make it.
I'm glad to be here again.
So thanks, Frankie. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let you talk. I want you to tell everybody who you are, where you hail from, and where the hell you've been all of our lives. Like, this is just incredible.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been just about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no experience with nothing. I'm just some kid down in the UK, you know what I mean? In Oxford, of all places, like, that's not the place for R&B. If you don't know already, Oxford does not place, you know, like, you're not going to hear no Jodeci or no, like, H-Town or no Silk down, like, Oxford, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you won't thrive there if you went down. But, yeah, I'm just a random kid there. Fell in love with music growing up. My older cousins, all of that, they showed me the ropes. You know, the Craig Davids back then, like the T-Pains back then. Armstrong was massive. You know, like, dude, like that shit was sick. Do you know what I mean? All of that. The Ushers, and then I just fell in love with it, and I kept going. And I was like, you know what is there more to dig in this genre? And then I started going in. I was like, right, we got the soul, we got the neo soul, we got D'Angelo, we got Badu, we got, you know, the Roots, we got, you know, let's go further. Oh, what's this? That's Jodeci, that's H-Town, that's Silk, that's 112. Let's go further. What's that? That's Marvin Gaye, that's Donny, and I was like, oh, this this is endless. This is a whole well. And I fell right in.
Mm,
And now I'm
yes.
here. All I've been doing is the last what? I mean, I'm only 20 years old, so the past like 12 years has just been singing to myself. If if any haven't noticed, like if you see me when I'm standing like singing in the videos, I'm nervous. Do you know what I mean? I'm just kind of sat. I'm sat all awkward in my own skin. You know, I'm like readjusting my jumper every half a second. It's a bit mad, but you can tell I ain't got no experience in nothing but myself. I'm my only audience for the past however long, so I'm
Mm,
excited to see what's coming.
yes. Hey, Psycho Les, thank you for joining. So yeah, so that's one of the things that I love about what I've seen from you is that it's organic, it's natural. Um,
Mm.
I mean, and you just kind of say, you know what, I feel like singing, and you just tear it up.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So, are you trained at all?
Nah, I ain't had no lessons. I think like I mean back at school. I think when I because I did music, I tried to do music because like when we have like in the UK we have our GCSEs, like you can choose a couple subjects. When you pretty much when you get to high school, you can choose something to like do. So I did music, and they tried to get me a music like a singing teacher, but we just kind of did a lesson, and I was like, this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like this man had his out with the piano. He goes, sing this note, sing this note. I said, shit, like I just want to sing. I just want to mess
Mm,
about. So I
mm,
didn't really go with it. So nah, singing lessons, none of that. What I'm saying? I'm where I am.
hmm. I mean, it's such,
Yeah.
there's so much to you. There's so much depth vocally, the riffs, the range. I mean, that is, I'm just floored. And I said in my post today, you're like a natural wonder, you know.
Nah, this is too
It's
much.
like,
This is too much.
no, I'm serious. There's not,
You can't be doing this to me live, man. I'm gonna start getting all like flustered and all this. I'm not used to this many compliments in this small of a window of time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's all right. It's genuine. And I'm gonna tell you what, I don't, most people that know me know I don't play games. I am straightforward. And I have to tell you that everyone I've interviewed so far has been strong in their own right. I interviewed
mm.
Tanzania Latif last night, and I thought about you. And I don't know if you've heard her, but take a listen because she's a throwdown. You hear me?
All
So,
right, all right.
so there's a lot of talent out there. But you're
Mm.
20 years old and you're cultivating and honing your skills, and watching you do that is so dope.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, Isla. How are you? Thank you for joining. So, talk to
That's
us
the
about
manager
your
right there.
name. Yes. Talk to us about your name.
My name. Well, my name's Abdullah. Arabic descent. I'm Abdala Elmiene. So, to be honest, it's not that fancy that way we came up with it. It was just like, right, shit, my name's Abdala Elmiene, and I'm like, like I gotta make it sound cool because we're doing this music thing. I mean, this is how like we were just messing about, spitballing in like the kitchen, and then we were just riffing this, and I went, you know what, Elmiene, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of sounds like know what I mean, know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
Elmiene. I put on the American accent. I went, you know what? That's it, Elmiene. And then we just stuck with it. I was like, yeah, that's the cool one. So everyone usually asks, like, oh, what does it mean? I'm like, nah, don't worry, man. It's not that deep. If you look too far into it, it starts getting a bit sticky.
Yes, yes. And I've already had people ask me what your ethnicity is and your name and all that. So that's kind of why I wanted you to talk about it a little bit. And you're going to be asked this many
Yeah, yeah,
times. So
yeah.
just
I'm Sudanese.
Sudanese,
I'm from
beautiful.
Sudan. Yeah, repping
Mm,
the East, repping the East.
mm, mm.
I always say, whenever someone asks, I go, yeah, soul straight from the sands of Sudan. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
It
fresh,
doesn't get any
hot.
more earthy than that, God damn it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the air out there is orange. That's like dyed color. The colors everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
Mm,
real.
mm. So now, what was it like growing up in your household?
Well, I mean, my house, I mean, his prayers all right, me, my mom, we did it all. Like for most of my childhood it was just my mom raised me. I was doing it pretty all right. We just kind of lived day to day. But like I mean, music wise in my childhood it was all my older cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw some of them join the live right now, but like, Muhammad and Ahmed and that, if you're watching this, they're the man. I remember back in the day, he used to put on that T-Pain tune, I'm Sprung. And I'm like young, I'm like 6. I'll be like, oh, put on that doo-doo song. Because you know that doo-doo-doo. I was like, put on that doo-doo song, man. What's that doo-doo song I was put on? He was like, I got you. Like that was the shit back then. And like the old like little like Samsung Sony Ericsson phones with a flip, you pull it out and he's like, yeah, that's the one right there. Like that's what we grew up on.
Wow, you took it back. Thank you, cousins, for
Yeah,
bringing
man.
him on in. For real. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that, who knew, right? Did you know that this would be, the route that you would wind up going?
Nah, man. I mean, to be honest, like yeah, like I said, I was my only audience for most of my life. So, you'd get a little, everyone going like, oh, you know what, like, you can sing. I'd be like, oh, thanks. But like, when like I'm kind of this certain mindset where, I mean, you never really think. I mean, at least when it comes to me, I never really think, yeah, I'm the shit. I never really think that. It doesn't cross my mind. So the thought of like, everyone seeing you, I mean, like Questlove and like Badu and D'Angelo, they're like that's the top dogs. I mean, Voodoo, I can't tell you how many times I played that album over and over and over again. Like I know that back to front. So as soon as like, I mean, big up R&B Raider, R&B Tommy for like posting my stuff and it blowing up like this. But after Questlove and that saw it, it was like getting to the end goal before I even started the race. As soon as I saw like Erica Badu go, flames, I'm like, oh shit. Questlove, I'm like, oh shit. Alhamdulillah, thank God that I look like Questlove, because I don't think he would have posted it otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's a big blessing straight from the womb. I got that out there. Big ups. But like it's amazing. It's definitely amazing. I never would imagine I got to this point, especially this quick, to see those names specifically having recognized my voice, to the point where I went, whoa, like, slow down. Don't look at me yet. Like, I still, do you know what I mean? If you're gonna, acknowledge my presence, that's nice, but I don't want to hear these compliments yet. I want to get to the point where I can, like, I can dash out my own album and go, so now what do you think? Is it flames now? Is this flames? Because I appreciate you liking my voice, but I want to really, these people I want to impress. So like, it's crazy. I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but it's nuts.
No, you that's what we're here for. I want you to talk freely and speak. One of the reasons why I posted the poem that you sung with the gentleman playing the guitar was because I wanted to showcase your talent. And as well as the guitar player. What's his name?
It was the piano player with the
No. There was a guy playing the guitar.
With a poem.
He had a hat on, I think, a knit hat.
Oh, wait a minute.
So it's not the one that you posted up where you're standing actually singing sideways. It's the other one where it's like y'all doing it side by side. Yeah, that guy, I think he was playing piano when I did the Around the Sun, the poem, that one. Maybe. I thought it was a guitar, but yeah, whoever he was talented as well too.
Yeah. All of them. Thing is, because that's like on TikTok, they do like the duet feature, so you can just kind of like, you can just stitch it together, and it's really quick and easy. Because I remember me and Ida started at Elmiene. It was like on Insta, and it's much harder to like. Obviously, getting instrumentals is all relying on you getting some shit karaoke version on YouTube and going, right, I hope this is good, because you know how they're always so cheesy for no reason. Like all the vocals for some reason are always they're just a bit off whack that you go, something's wrong. So I remember I looked at TikTok and I went, you know what? I have like genuine people playing like instrumentals, and they sound good and they're original. Like for example, if I want to sing like, I don't know, like something basic like All of Me by John Legend, right? And I went on a karaoke thing, it'll be all right. But if I found someone actually sat there playing the piano of it and he's doing his own thing, I was like, oh, that sounds sick. So on TikTok, it was like the duet feature was an easy way of getting cool backing. And also just like everyone puts out such cool stuff on there that you can just kind of like, oh, you know what? I want to play with this one. like that Tennessee Whiskey one. It's like that duet thing on TikTok where someone sings like two lines and then you sing the other two, and then they sing two and then you sing two. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I can't do that on Insta right now, so let me hop on TikTok, and it kind of let me have a bit more fun as I was doing.
Yeah. So part of that was, I wanted to showcase your talent, not just that you could cover other songs. So you're obviously a writer as well.
Yeah. I'm in university. I'm doing creative writing. I'm a poet. I write poetry. I don't know how musical it is, but I mean, it's poetry. That's all I do. It's a lot of just personal stuff. I like rhyming, so I just started rhyming. I mean, some stuff are kind of like lyrical. They sound more like verses on a song, but I fell more into the poetry side, where it's like, you know what, I just write this just to get something out there, and it rhymes. It has its own rhythm to it, but it might not fit in a song. So I mean, recently it's been like trying to translate my skills that I've learned from doing poetry into writing music. But that's definitely an eventual thing. Right now, I just want to preface to anyone, I'm the beginner of beginners. There's no reason to like respect me like that right now. I give it some time, hopefully. Do you know what I mean? Inshallah, until I get to that point. But right now, I'm just a seed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that you should absolutely be humble. I think it's important that you are. However, I think the other thing that you want to keep in the back of your mind is that when you have such a raw talent, which we're not used to like these days. Like we get a lot of mixed match, all kinds of tricks and stuff with the vocals. People sound horrible live. All these things. And I think that that's where you're getting all of these compliments. So take them in. Don't get big-headed. You know what I mean? Absorb it.
I'll try not to.
And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But because you seem like that's what you want everybody, just like you said, you're prefacing it by saying, hey, I'm still a beginner. So don't let other people put pressure on you either.
I appreciate advice. It's like with getting big headed, my father used to say this thing, because I'm Muslim, so like we pray 5 times a day, so my dad used to say, if you bow your head down 5 times a day at daily reminders, how can you be arrogant and above people? Because every time you get a reminder 5 times in a day to submit, to your Lord, and kind of be thankful, and always remember that there's someone helping you out, and not everything is you or about you. There's like a sense of humbleness and peace every 5 times. I mean, in the morning prayer, you wake up in the morning, you do a little prayer, you do the rest of your day. If you start getting big-headed, your head starts to inflate and you gain a couple inches on your forehead, bow down, and it's back down. You're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm all right. And then it just keeps kind of reminding you every time, right? Number 2, between number 2 and 3, you get a bit big-headed. Cool. Number 3 will calm you down. And that's how you just kind of go day to day. That's the kind of mantra I kind of go with.
Absolutely. And the people that are watching, I want you to pay attention to what he just said. There's a little reverb. I can hear myself back, so I'm not sure if it's something on your end.
I think it is on mine.
Okay.
Honest, yeah.
So I apologize, but I can't control that part. But just anybody who's watching, this is coming from the mouth of a 20-year-old. This is something that we should be in. No, I'm just saying, because we have adults who don't know how to act. We have adults who are just nuts. They don't understand. They're not thankful. They're not grateful. They're not humble. So I respect that. And thank you for sharing that with us.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
So I wanted to talk about your artists that you love. And I'm going to ask you to choose 2 singers and 2 producers that you love, and if they're still around, that you would love to work with.
Right, 2 singers off the bat. I just got to shout D'Angelo. You guys already know it. That's the cover that blew. And to be honest, Untitled is my favorite song of all time. That's the one that were like, like, just D'Angelo is just that guy. Not only just his voice and the type of musician he is, where he just kind of plays with all of his albums are just, you can feel it. They're just jamming in the studio, and then someone might have gone, right, that's the take. Let's do that one, and they just kind of press record and play it, and that's cool. They're ridiculous. Like I remember in Untitled, you hear like at the start, it's like, pull the jack up, or like pull the track up, and then he goes, and you go, oh, here we go. Like it's crazy. Or like in Player Play, you hear them like talking in the back, like, yeah, just chatting a bit of shit. And then he goes, where the play is number one. And you go, oh, it's just amazing. I love it. That's like that's one of my goals I've been thinking recently, especially with everything that's going on. Like, what do I want out of this opportunity I've been given by everyone? And it is just to have that environment is my end goal. I mean, no matter what, how big success, comes from here, I just want to have that room like D'Angelo had with Badu and Questlove and the Roots and Raphael Sadiq and all that room where just all these creatives are just kind of bouncing off each other and just having fun and then making something that they love. And hopefully everyone else loves it. But like, to be honest, that's my end goal. If I make it there, I don't care how big I get. You know what I'm saying? I could stay as big as I am now, as long as I'm enjoying myself. All praise be to God. You know what I'm saying? He'll be happy. So that's one. That's
yes. D. And one of the
another
people
singer.
that you should reach out to. One of the people.
Oh, sorry, you cut out there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say one of the people you should reach out to before you go on to the next one is Jazzy Jeff. He has a writing. I don't even know what you call it, but he does this week of bringing writers together and musicians together, and that's all they do is that they just brainstorm and they come up with songs right then and there, like they just create. They're not afraid. They just come out. So reach out to Jazzy Jeff. I'm telling you, you'll have an amazing experience.
That sounds good. I like that. For sure, I'll definitely try to do that. The next guys, I mean, can I cheat and it be a rapper?
Absolutely.
Because I mean, listen, as cliche as it is at this point in time, Tupac is a massive influence on me. Like, to be honest, Tupac is the reason I did the uni course that I'm doing now, that I fell into doing poetry. And I mean, I've been through that. I guess he's the reason that I'm here now with this and everything. And because when I was younger, really, I used to love English. Like, I loved it. Reading books, all that was my stuff. And then I kind of fell out of love with it when I got into like secondary school, like middle school. You have like that one bad teacher and he just kind of sours the subject, and you go, I don't like it like that. Anyway, dead that. But I ended up getting the right teacher and ended up falling in love with Tupac. And then my teacher kind of told me, I mean, big ups, Miss Howard. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Howard. But she kind of made me realize that poetry, which is what I was doing in English, and the lyrics that Tupac was saying, they're one and the same. Like, hip hop is poetry, like rap music, that's poetry as well. And when I realized that, I was like, oh shit, like, why am I hating on English for? Like, that's exactly what I love. And then I got in, and then it was like, right, I got into Tupac and started like, right, if we're studying poems in English, I can study Tupac stuff as well. I started looking at it and like all of the classics, like Dear Mama, Can You Get Away? Me Against the World is one of the best albums ever. Like there's some tracks on that, Me Against, all of those are amazing. I Am Mad at You, just to name a few. But I remember there's this one verse, I think it's I Am Mad at You, but the censored version has a different third verse at the end of it, compared to the album version. And that is one of the most, I remember that's the first bit of rap that I listened to and I like actually cried to. Like, it got me so emotional. There's something about the words he says. I think it's something like, Father, forgive us for living while all my homies stuck in prison, barely breathing, believing that the world is a prison. It's like a ghetto you can never leave. A broken rose giving bloom through the cracks of the concrete. And that's the start of it. But I was like, wow. And I was sat there, and the censored version has like live instrumentation. It got trumpets, got all of that. and it really adds the emotion. And I just sat there and like, you just and you're going, I mean, you know that the Tupac's story is a tragedy. Everyone knows it. One of the saddest tragedies I think in music history. But
yes,
all of it really adds to his lyrics. And I read that and I was so touched that I was like, I want to write something like that like people can feel how genuine it is and how like hard cut. Because Park's lyrics were hard cut. They were raw.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm definitely more of a poet that has a more like the more discreet, like, you know, I'm gonna write this and it's gonna have like multiple meanings and you have to read in to see what. But Park was the opposite. He was just like, I'm gonna tell you how it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna talk about crack babies. I don't give a fuck. I just do it. Do you know what I mean? That's Park.
Yeah.
And I was amazed by it. And I want to get to that point. So yeah, D'Angelo and Tupac are definitely they're the ones biggest influences in my life.
And you just made me think about DMX and his prayers.
DMX, 100%. DMX. I mean, another thing, another big song. I think Tretch did a song for Tupac after he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Morning Till I Join You.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of them tracks that's like probably, in my opinion, one of the most raw, personal tracks I've heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I mean, it's just about, because Tretch was one of Park's closest friends, and then he's talking,
Right.
I think it's Naughty by Nature is the group.
Yeah.
And one of the last parts of the song is like, we'll mourn, that's what we'll do. We'll mourn till we're with you. And I'm like, oh my God. It's so simple, but you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel it in your heart. My heart quivered right now, to be honest. Like, that's the stuff I want to get to. I want to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you will. I think that, you know, again, just the way that you carry yourself, understanding how to be humble, understanding that there are people before you that you need to respect, that speaks volumes. So you're on your way. So now talk to me about two producers that you would like to work with.
Ooh, I mean, if Quincy Jones, if I gotta go back,
I thought about
him.
You
know, because Quincy Jones, I mean, everyone knows he's a legend. He's worked with the legends of legends. Like, if you think about it, Quincy Jones is the king of everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, obviously, like Michael Jackson and all that, but just I mean, right off the top of my head, what's that track? Was it the Secret Garden or the Garden of, what was it?
Secret Garden.
In the Secret Garden. I'm like, oh my God, it sounds amazing. Quincy Jones is definitely a legend. Like the things he's produced and the people he's worked with. Mm-hmm. He's pretty much like touched everything that ended up becoming the soul and the R&B that I love today. Quincy Jones is like a start of an explosion in the music world, especially in the soul and the R&B. I mean, not even just contain it to that. Everything, every bit of music. If you say Michael Jackson affected all of music, then you're saying Quincy Jones did as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the one.
Mm-hmm. Were you trying to think of another song?
I was thinking of another producer. I'm trying to think of another producer that I'm trying to think right now. Another producer. Because I've never really known many producers like that. Like Quincy comes to mind, but like, I mean, I can just bump out and just say, yeah, like DJ Mustard. Yeah, DJ Mustard is the one. You know what I'm saying? I start hitting out. But I mean, I got to properly think about this because I forgot his name. The producer for like Voodoo, Voodooism, all of those. I don't remember who the producer for that was. He produced all of those albums. But I mean, clearly, you know, I don't know his name, so I don't know much about him. But all I know is his workload.
I can't think of his
Dominic,
name.
Babyface, of course. You know what, Dominic, you clutch me. Babyface. I mean, you see it. Shout out Dominic, you clutched it for me, saved it for me. Of course, Babyface. Yes. 90s R&B would be nothing without Babyface. Absolutely nothing. Like, oh my, I mean, if I go and talk about like Usher was one of my biggest. When I was younger, Usher was he was my D'Angelo back then. That was Usher to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of those old tracks, they hit it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Something like My Way. Oh, you made me want to lead a one with. Oh my day. That's the that's the
How can you
classic.
not love that?
You know what I'm saying? You can't not.
Yeah,
I love
somebody
it. I
else
love it.
said Massenberg. So I'm assuming he's talking about Kadar Massenberg. Do you know who that is?
I don't think so. I don't recognize the name.
He's the one I believe with Badu, but he wasn't a producer. He was more A&R, and he's the one
Ah, okay, okay,
that
okay.
coined the term neo soul.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's a little history there.
I got a lot to brush up on. Do you know what I mean?
That's
I was saying that, yeah. I mean, yeah. I was saying earlier, I got to teach. I think I was talking to someone else saying I got to teach about the soul, but I got to, because I want to be like when I see like Questlove in interviews and I see how he talks about music, he knows his shit. Like he brings out, like I think I was watching his interview with Nardwar, I think a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And Nada's putting out these vinyls and like the Soul Train and Questlove's there getting emotional, like, oh, what you know about this? This is that vinyl, da da da. And I'm sitting there listening, like Questlove gives a history lesson with every single Instagram post he posts.
Absolutely.
Like, and I just kind of sit there and go, I'ma listen, because this guy has knowledge in the game. He knows the roots. I mean, that's probably why they're called the roots. Like they're in there. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to get to that Questlove level.
Mm-hmm. Another producer that's like Questlove in that way is Salam Remy.
Oh
He did
yeah.
Amy Winehouse's album, Jasmine Sullivan, Nas,
Mm-hmm.
Lauryn Hill. He's worked with a plethora of people. So you want
Yeah.
to look him up too. You'll learn a lot from Salam.
There it is. I definitely heard his name before.
So I'm just gonna quickly reset the room because we're at the halfway mark. I
All
am
right.
Newbie. This is Newbie the Ear Hustler. We have Abdala Elmiene with us today. He is blessing us with conversation, and that's how this feels like. It's a conversation, and I love it. We're just flowing.
Yeah, we're going with it.
Yeah. So if someone said to you tomorrow, you can work with Bruno Mars. I'm going to take D'Angelo out because we already know the answer.
We know.
Bruno Mars, and I'm going to pick a female singer, Layla Hathaway.
Oh.
Choose.
Oh, you picked Hathaway has the roots. And she's incredible. She's an incredible. She does them double notes and all that. She's an alien with the notes.
6 harmonies in one. Mm-hmm.
She's crazy. She's like extraterrestrial.
Yes.
But then, I mean, like, listen, a lot of people, because of how successful Bruno is, start, when you get to that point of success, everyone goes like, fuck that guy. That guy's too big. That guy's, he's whack. But when you look at it, Bruno Mars, I remember when I was younger, because I was very much of that, like, old is sick, but all this new stuff is whack. I got into that mindset when I was like 13, because I was getting a bit arrogant with the fact that I was really into all this old stuff. Even though my environment was, like, all my friends at school going like, yo, your music is whack, man. What is that shit? What you listening to? What, Jodeci? Who the fuck is that? And I go, hey man, you just gotta listen. But yeah, Bruno Mars, he brought back, I mean, even as I was younger, I felt it was like, this guy sounds like the stuff that I like. Because he had that old to his music. And I was like, oh, you know what? I really like that. Yeah, I mean, even nowadays, shit, with Silk Sonic, the 2 songs they've released, I've listened to them so much. That shit's probably, if it was a tape, that would have been done long ago. like Leave the Door Open. Him and Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak is a big guy that I respect a lot in the music of nowadays. But I think my answer to that question, hey Dominic, my bad, but I think it's gonna have to be Bruno, man. That man, yeah, he's nuts vocals and he feels like, as much as everyone goes, he's a commercialized artist now, this and that. With his work with Silk Sonic and all of that, he's bringing it back to the roots. Leave the Door Open is a 80s track. That's a
Mm-hmm.
nut. You know what I'm saying? You know what you doing? Like he's going in. Where you at? I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's an old track. You can tell.
Yes.
You can tell. So Bruno, 100% Bruno.
Okay.
Layla
Yeah.
Hathaway is ridiculous. She's amazing, but Bruno Mars, that's the. I gotta do it.
Yeah. And I think that his music is feel good music.
Yeah.
I was able to see him live at the Apollo, um,
Mm,
and my fiance took me for my birthday, and because he knew I loved him. And can I just tell you
mm.
that he is just as good live as he is on record. Like
Yep.
there were girls, and I'm not exaggerating, that were like throwing their boobs around and putting the ass in the air, and and I'm just sitting, I'm looking around me, and all I got ass in my face. I'm like, well, what the hell?
You're like, I ain't asked for all this. You're like, what the?
Yeah,
I didn't even bring a plate. What the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
No, I could,
yeah,
yeah,
and
Bruno Mars. I've listened to his stuff live. It's crazy, crazy, amazing. He hits them notes. Even on
yes,
recently on Leave the Door Open, like he was like, I ain't playing no games. It was like, and he sat there live, and I'm going, no, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. And he go, whoa! I'm like, oh shit, okay, okay. Like I see people like there doing live shows. I can't think of any names, but
mm-hmm.
when you get to that, there's always that note in the song where you know you tried that over and over until you hit it and you can
Mm-hmm.
feel it. But
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Mars says, oh, that's the note? All right, cool. Let me step it up and hit it live. And while I'm doing it live, I'll do it better than the studio version. And you go, yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, cool. I'm leaving.
yeah. He lays the smack down, and I
Yeah.
think that is missing in a lot of the younger R&B artists that have come out. We expect, you know, the Tanks and all these other folks, the Donnell Jones, the Jay
Mm,
Hollister, the Paul
mm,
Thomas. We expect them to perform, no doubt. But after
100%.
that, the generation, excuse me, of singers has changed a little bit. And
Yeah.
I love Eric Roberson. He's neo soul. I got a chance to interview him. Beautiful
Mm-hmm.
person, inside out. And Be My Fiasco, another young lady, dope. Her voice is like, I think of butterflies when I hear her voice. Um,
Yeah.
I don't, So all these artists are they're younger, and it's sort of like they're filling the gap, and you're one of them. They're filling the gap of R&B singing that we've missed. So
Mm,
this is why I think people are so excited about you, genuinely. Um,
mm.
there's it's just so pure. So what do you like to do in your spare time other than sing? Because you seem like a carefree
Other
spirit.
than
Like I see you at the beach, I see you in the field.
before all of this was going down, of course, apart from singing, uh, singing was just kind of something I do while doing everything else. Listen, I'm a 20-year-old. I'm a boring ass 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just playing PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm reading comics. I'm reading like manga and stuff. I'm just like, I'm a nerd. If you can't tell by the glasses, like, I ain't cool by any meaning of the word. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my own thing. I just kind of do it how I live it. I wake up every morning and just be like, someone would ask me, yo, so what's your plan for today? And I'll be like, shit, like whatever comes my way. I don't know, I don't know.
That good?
And I just go about it. Or someone saying, oh, yo, like, you want to come out? Yeah, cool. I'll come out. I ain't got nothing else planned. That was my thing. I live in a house with four of my housemates, and we were all studying in university, but they could all swear that they've never seen me work a day in my life, even though we all live in the. Because I'm just walking about. I check room to room. I go, yo, Jasper, what you saying? And I'll sit in his room for like 2 hours, right? And he'll be like, don't you have work to do? I'm like, don't worry about it. Oh, that'll sort itself out. And I'll leave, and I go to some other person's room. I'm like, yo, what are you saying? They're like, do you not, like, instead of doing rounds around the rooms, like, you not got your own shit to do? I'm like, listen, it's worked out and it works out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep doing it until something stops me. Then I'll take a double think and I'll be like, all right, cool, let me stop this. But for now, floating is doing the job.
Yes. And you know what? Listen, if it feels good and you ain't hurting nobody,
Keep doing what you're doing.
That's the words. That's words of wisdom.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So, I can't not ask you not to sing. And somebody else in the comments just asked if you were going to sing something for us. So, if
Yeah.
you wouldn't mind, would you sing us a little something?
Right. So I've been thinking. So I started contemplating properly. And to be honest, I fell back, and I looked back, and Casey and Jojo were holding me up like this, and they said, "Nigga, we got you. You gotta do." So I saw Devontae in the back. I saw. They're all there. I had to do Jodeci. I can't not do Jodeci because that's the ones. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, oh wow, where do I go? Ooh, sorry I left you crying. Since you've been gone, I've been all alone. All of my tears, they left me drowning. Babe, please, baby, I'm begging you to stay at home, babe, tonight. Let's start our love again. Woo, we can be more than just friends. The sun is coming down. Baby, won't you just stay? Oh, for a little while. Baby, won't you just stay? For a little while. Baby, won't you just stay? Oh, no, baby, won't you just stay, babe? Burning out. Ooh, babe, you can't do it without the ooh, yeah. Stay.
Yes.
That's the one.
Let me tell you something. You make them proud. I know if they saw this, they'd be like, okay, go ahead, boy.
Man, listen, I'll be all night if you want me to. Trust me.
Listen, listen. I'm okay. All right. One more. Anything you want.
Okay. Oh, you put me on the spot, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Oh yeah. What's coming to mind right now? I'm like coursing. Like I got my vinyls in my like head right now, and I'm going like trickling through. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, this is a tough one. Don't you have? Oh, okay.
Somebody said it.
All right. Somebody said it. Right. Let's see. Where do we go? I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. Damn, that's a tough one. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I gotta do another one. Okay. Oh, my man said sing some Joe. I'm doing. Oh my. Oh. All right. Let's see. How does that? Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Oh. Where does it go? Oh. It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Yeah. Okay. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh, yeah. Nobody ever made me feel this way. Yes, I do. That's later, yeah. Kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what really turns you on. I like to know so I can be all that more. I like to know what makes you cry. So I can be the one to always make you smile. Right.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you. Guys, this is not a radio
That's
station.
right.
Stop putting in people in the comments.
Hey man, stop! Because if you keep doing it, I'ma stay. Leave me alone. I gotta sleep. I gotta rest, man.
Yes. Yes, it is 10:45 p.m. where he is, so we cannot keep him up singing all this stuff. Just dope. Just so dope.
Hey, listen. Whoever said Music Soul Child, we're gonna do that Music Soul Child soon. So one of these days.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for accepting my invitation for an interview. This has been absolutely amazing, interesting. It was a great conversation. We get to laugh and joke. I appreciate you. And the only thing that
Thanks,
I
man.
ask of you is to come back once you put out your projects.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, listen, I've had the interview. This is a comfortable space, man. If I can sit here and just start riffing out songs, mistakes and all, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel no panic. You know, I messed up with that Donny Hathaway at the start, but I said, you know what? I'm in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it here, man. I appreciate you a lot.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. I know people watching are going to follow you and see what you have next. You know, you and I've talked, you know, prior to this a little bit, and I'm going to say it again. Take care of yourself. Be mindful. Not all money is good money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just take the time to appreciate some of the quietness you have now, because that will dissipate soon.
Oh, please no. No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Start practicing your nose now. No, I can't do it. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna try because I'm bad at nose. Nose come out of me like blocked up oil on like an
Yes.
old fryer. Like that
That,
shit comes out. That's clogged. It comes out heavy. Like the nose, like 10 kilograms out my throat. That's just hard, man.
don't worry. I know you got it. You say the nose.
That's what she's there for.
That's right.
She be the villain. I'll be the devil and the angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I want to thank her as well. Again, you guys have been super great. I wish you the best. I'll be watching and I'll be promoting your stuff, whether we talk or not. You have my information. Reach out with any questions. And that's it.
100%.
Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Let's see. Well, you know what? To whoever's here, and this is just a message to everyone with what's happened in the last. Honestly, thanks for everything. Like completely. I mean, I used to always see the all those videos of like them like YouTubers making it big and going like, oh, thank you for everything, but I never understood what it meant. But really, honestly, right now, like anyone who's even watched the video, liked it or not, I don't really mind. Just anyone who's kind of heard, thought it was dope or not, just thanks for just looking in our direction. And I got big opportunities now, thanks to everyone. So I won't disappoint whoever's expecting anything from me, hopefully. And inshallah, we'll make it. It doesn't have to be big, but it can be something nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone. Anyone who's here, anyone who's not.
Yes. Thank you so much again. We wish you the best. And we will talk soon. We'll be looking for your next video.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be producing.
Okay, you have a great evening. Thank you everyone for joining. This is Newbie the Ear Hustler, Abdala Elmiene. We are signing off. Everyone have a blessed evening. Thank you.
All right.